Victoria's Premier is poised to follow the South Australian lead on age limits for social media. As revealed exclusively on 7 News last night, Jacinta Allan says she agrees with Peter Malinauskas that age limits can help parents and protect kids. And she signalled Victoria will follow suit with a ban for under 14s. The draft South Australian bill sets heavy penalties for any social media outlets that breach the age rule. 14 and 15-year-olds would also need parental consent to use social media. Now, for a different perspective, let's bring in a teenager who's been active on socials since he was 13 and has run his own online news service since he was 11. Leo Puglisi, really appreciate your time today. First of all, what is your position on lifting this minimum age?
Look, I mean, 13 seems pretty sensible, right? It's the age we're going into high school. It makes a lot of sense. Now, if we raise it to 14, I'm not sure what kind of difference that would make. But fundamentally, I think that social media is part of daily lives now. It's an integral part of many people's work and just average communication. And so I think it's important for teenagers to be able to be using that, to be on there, to be able to have, education about it without just banning them, because I think a ban would just spur them on to see what, I guess, is being hidden from them if they're told, they can't use it.
You might be right there, Leo. You've obviously been, as we all have, subjected to some strong criticism daily, for me, on Twitter, and some nasty bullying too since you're about 14. You're 16 now, I understand. Can you see why many parents and community leaders want these protections? Because many adults feel hopeless in this space.
Yeah, no, I completely understand it. And I don't doubt that there are real concerns and people can have awful experiences. As you can say, right, this industry is pretty common getting nasty comments on it. But I think it's really a matter for individuals. There'll be a, 18, 19, 20-year-old who might respond, I guess you could say, worse to a hateful comment than a 14, 15-year-old might. It's a matter for individuals, which comes down to having conversations with parents who I think know their kids best and addressing it there. Now, you can have crackdowns on bullying and violent speech on those platforms that can affect all users positively. But really, I can just see a lot of negatives that would come with such a ban.
Yeah. Leo, you seem to me like you're very mature for 16, you're very well read, very well educated, but there's a lot of kids out there that aren't in your situation and they don't have that support. They don't have someone to go to when social media gets too much and, have someone talk them through it. They don't have that support network. Isn't that worrying for them?
No, I totally agree that it is worrying, and I think that's where education comes in really important. Look, as teenagers and even before when I was in primary school, right, we get some, patronising seminars from people who, I guess, aren't from our age group talking about it, and then a lot of parents, they don't have any education on social media. So I think, education is really important, but there can be other support channels. Mind you, of course, there are plenty of teenagers who use social media as a support network. If they're lonely, they look for some friends online and they find other teenagers on there. And I think it's really important, and I'd hate to see that taken away from them when they genuinely need it.
Yeah, there's lots of bad, but there's lots of good too. I will agree with that. Thank you so much, Leo. It was a real pleasure to chat with you today.